Hey everybody, it's Tuesday night. Welcome to our team call. And we are very excited this week. It is not the first of the month, but it is the end of the month. And we have a couple of celebrations.
Oh, gee.
Coach, let me mute everybody. And we have got a number of new ranks. And sometimes we get kind of consumed with a rank and take shape for life, but basically it's just a measure of how many people we're supporting, impacting, and helping their journey. So I'm going to go ahead and then we're going to finish up. I want to share a little bit, find out from everybody. We did a call last week on questions and how everybody did around asking one question at a time. And John, I'm going to be asking you later about that one because I was working on that. And I have to say I did not do that good of a job. I saw myself ask a number of questions in a row, and I can see how debilitating that is because a lot gets missed. So anyway, let me go ahead and turn it over. Let's go ahead. Nicole, do you want to go ahead and introduce April? We've met April before, but she reached senior coach this month, so she has jumped in and is helping and supporting 5 clients begin on their health journey. So Nicole, let's go ahead and introduce us to April and take it away.
Yes, thank you. I don't know if most of you know, but it's a very exciting story, one that I would love to share longer for anyone who wants to hear. But my oldest daughter is actually adopted, and April Palace is her biological aunt. And we met now over 12 years ago when we adopted her niece. And all through the years, we've just become really good friends and truly sisters, that not only did we adopt her niece, but we got a whole new family. And so having April as one of my sisters and her parents like parents to me has been such an amazing gift outside of the gift of our daughter. And so I'm thoroughly excited about her coming and moving to Georgia to take a leap of faith and to come here, as her passion is to be a health coach and personal trainer. And so I couldn't be more thrilled to have her here with us and to have such a heart to serve. And so though she may be a little technically challenged, we'll see if she can unmute herself and share. April, why don't you go ahead and unmute yourself, or maybe Susan, can you unmute April?
Yeah, April, I'm going to unmute you, so you just hang tight. I've got you.
All right, go ahead, April.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Hello?
We can.
Good. Hear ya.
Do you want to share a little bit, April, about kind of what this week-long journey now has been, and just over the last month, what's transpired in just a couple of minutes?
Sure. Like Nicole said, I came down here in August to visit and see what everything was about, and went home and prayed about it, and just felt that God was leading me to come down here. And since I've been down here, I've been praying for Shine, for God to prosper her with people.
Turn right onto Scott Road.
That has been what has been happening. I mean, it's just been amazing, trusting God and letting Him bring the people to me.
Beautiful.
That's so awesome.
And what do you think, someone who's got driving or mute your audio, what do you think is attributed to your success? What do you think brought about your success this week?
I like I said, I think that it was just praying about it and asking God to prosper me and to send the people my way or Nicole's way.
Beautiful. Was there any challenges or concepts that you had to overcome?
Fear, coming down here and leaving my family, and just learning the whole new process of talking to people and being open and honest. And yeah.
What have you learned about yourself in this journey?
Learning that oh gosh, I prayed to be bold and confident, and I'm learning that I can be. I just have to like let the lioness out in me.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. We've all prayed around boldness around here too. So we're with you. We understand that completely. And then what are you having fun with, and what are you excited about?
I'm excited to see where this takes me. I am currently working on getting out of debt. With the help of Nicole's husband, got on a budget, and I'm hoping that what doing with this business, that's going to help me do that.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that you have a structure in place for your goals financially, and you're helping people with a structure in place to move them forward into their health. And we've got a structure in place to help us support our clients. So it's kind of cool that when you're in a good structure, you really do thrive. So thanks for demonstrating that. We can't wait to see and hear your continued growth, because I know we'll hear from you again.
Thank you.
Thanks, April. All right.
Hey, Susan, I just wanted to mention real quick, one of the things she didn't share that I think is cool, that it's encouraging for everyone to hear, is that she's working a full-time job and mentoring 8 hours a week at Shine and doing coaching, because she made a decision that that's what was important to her. And I am so proud of her for digging deep and burning the candle at both ends to get what she wants. So I think that can be a real encouragement for all of us when we decide that there's something that we want. Sometimes you have to dig real deep and get very uncomfortable in order to go after it. And sometimes it can be rough, but it can be done. And so April, thank you for being an inspiration to those of us who do want bigger things that make us dig a little deeper than we're comfortable in. So I'm excited to see what is going to happen over the next 6 months, and excited to be on the journey with you. So thanks, Susan.
Nicole, thank you for pointing that out. That's so huge. And I just was reminded, this is my quote, I carry this around, by Jim Rohn, speaking to just what you spoke to, Nicole, that April is demonstrating. He says, if you really want something, you will find a way. If you really don't, you'll find an excuse.
That's exactly right.
Oh, thank you, April. All right. Dee, you have a new coach that we get to meet, Cindy, and I haven't even met you yet. I get to meet you tomorrow personally. And then we've got, and you've got a new senior coach. So Beth, so whichever one you want to do first, maybe do Beth first and then Cindy. How's that?
That sounds good. Yeah, I'm excited to share about Beth reaching senior coach. Beth has been a coach for several months, and I would say, it's a joy to work with her, and she's extremely coachable and is always asking, okay, help me out. What do I need to do? And I would say I've seen tremendous growth in her boldness and what she's willing to do. She talks to a lot of people, and she's come close before, and it would be one new client, and then one would reach their goal or push their order back. So all the stars aligned this month. So extremely happy for Beth Bilton, and I'll let her share a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, we can hear you, Beth.
Okay. Well, first of all, I thank you so much, Dee, for all your support. I really appreciate everything you've done for me, like meeting me tonight. That was very helpful. I appreciate that. So I think this year I started out with the goal in mind. And Susan, you had asked us for 3 words. So my 3 words this year were deliberate, intentional, and determined. And my daughter's an artist, so I got her to paint it for me. And I have it in a frame, and it's beside my bathroom mirror, so I look at it every morning and every night. And I've really tried to incorporate that in all my actions that I've done so far this year. And I think that's really helped me come out of my comfort zone, because I'm not really a big talker. So reaching out to more people and be more deliberate with them when I speak with them, I think that's helped me so far this year. Susan, you gonna ask me questions, Susan?
Yes, I am gonna ask you a question. So you talked about one of the challenges you overcame was being a little bit more shy.
Yes.
Anything else?
Yes, I'm more of an introvert, so I try not to let that hold me back, and try to be bold and be intentional. So that's been very hard for me, breaking out of my comfort zone, so to speak, and putting myself out there. It's hard, but I've enjoyed it. I've definitely learned a lot about myself from doing that.
So what have you learned about yourself?
That I can do it. I realize I can do it. Nobody was doubting me but me, so I've put that in the back of it's back there, it's gone now. So I know I can move forward and continue on this journey and continue to help people, because that's what I really want to do.
Beautiful. Beth, that's so cool. And one thing about introverts, introverts listen, and they're able to understand people in a way that sometimes extroverts don't. So it can be a very positive attribute, and that you can use to gain trust. And I think that trust is probably one of the biggest things the biggest strength in this business has trust. And about your own growth, it's been called personal growth with a paycheck. That's it's just a continuous journey, of that. And so what are you having fun with? What are you excited about?
I'm excited to connect with more people. Dee's got me going. I've connected with my neighbor down the street, and she's got 3 or 4 people she wants me to talk to. So she's got a business that she wants me, I was talking to her about that, and sharing my business with her. And actually, we just saw her tonight, and just really connecting with more people, and getting out there and trying to get America healthy.
Love that, Beth. Well, I will say, my neighbor just started the program in January, and 8 years. 6 years. I think she said it was 6 years. So it's, you're just there when someone's ready.
Yeah.
So I love that. All right. Well, Dee, thank you, Beth. And I've known Beth. It's so cool because I've known you for so long. And
a long time.
And to play with you in this context, you and Terry both, in a different context, it's just nothing better.
But thank you for all your support, you and Dee. Thank you.
All right. Can we meet Cindy?
Yeah, absolutely. So very excited to introduce Cindy. She is a new health coach on our team, just ordered her health coach kit on Friday, and she's a great client. Again, very likable, just a model client, just really has done great on the program. And I was actually introduced to her as a referral from her daughter-in-law, who is a client on the program. So very excited that she's made the decision to join us as a health coach. And Cindy, I'll let you share maybe just a little bit about your journey, what you've learned, through Take Shape for Life, your results, and what you're excited about as a health coach.
Okay. I'm new, so do I click on my picture?
No, you're good. We hear you.
Oh, okay.
You're perfect.
Okay, good. Yeah, like Dee said, my daughter-in-law, Kim, was doing the program, and I was at the point in my life where I was just tired of not being able to get weight off and keep it off. And as I grow older, I was seeing my metabolism just go away and not feeling well. And I saw in Kim how she was doing really well and felt good. And so she referred me to Dee, and I got started the program November 25th, the day right after Thanksgiving. So that was a big challenge to do it over the holidays. But I must admit, I did really well. And I've lost about 19 pounds and feeling really good and strong. And I'm excited about the program. And it's so funny because everywhere I go, I see people that need this. And it's in my mind all the time. So today I was at the gym. I ran into a friend, and I started talking to her. I said, look, I'm a new health coach. I said, I want to talk to you further about this program. And I said, let me get your information. And I got her. She said, you're on Facebook? I said, yeah. So I sent her a friend request. So there's another potential person. So, and then the lady down the street we talked to yesterday, Dee and I did a 3-way with her, and she's considering it. So I know it's going to take effort, but I'm excited about it and just where it can go. And I work full time like April, and I'm praying about all this too. I have a lot in common with her. And what I would love to do is finish up with maybe finally, I did retire in 2014. I came back to work as a contractor. I'm with CDC. I'm a budget analyst. And I get up at 4:30 in the morning. So guys, this is late for me, but that's okay. And, but anyway, I go all day long and then come home and, I eventually would see myself doing this full time. I really do. So.
Oh, that is beautiful, Cindy. If you really want something, there's the quote.
Okay.
No excuses for you. You're blowing us all away. Okay.
Oh,
so, on day 2, or 3. So thank you for.
Thank you.
Information.
Thank you, Dee, for all your help.
You got a good one. Yes. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Cindy. It was very exciting. And so I just want to jump over into our questions. And I want to, Jonathan, I was going to give you a heads up that I wanted to call upon you. But what did you experience? One of the things, and I'm going to share with you questions, what we talked about last week was about rather than telling people and giving advice, because our advice is not as good as we think it is. We want to ask questions. And when we do that, people come up with their own answers. When we tell somebody what to do, they are want. And we think we're giving such great advice. So it's really hard to practice. But one of our assignments, our habits was, so there's the 7 questions that we want to ask, and they're on, I posted them on Team Palace. What's on your mind? That's something. And what else? And I've been using that a lot this week, because that what else, like if I don't ask that, whenever I've asked that, I've gotten a really good answer that I didn't get when I'm going to jump into the next thing that I want to tell them. And what's the real challenge for you here? What do you want? How can I help? Been a big one for me this week. I'd love to hear what other people think. And then this one, if you're saying yes to this, what are you saying no to? And I haven't used that one that much. And then what was most useful to you when you're talking to somebody after you talked with them? So, and then our habit was ask one question and then be silent and listen. So Jonathan, how was your week around that goal? Oh.
It was an interesting week. I went back and watched the replay because I missed part of last week live. So I went back and I wrote all the questions down. And I can honestly say the 3 questions in the middle were the most powerful for me this week. What's the real challenge for you here was probably the almost the biggest. What do you want and how can I help? And then shut up. How can I help? And then be quiet. And those 3, it was interesting, the conversations that were had after that. And yeah, I like to answer a question that I just asked someone by asking another. So I got to practice wait this week. So that was good.
Did you find it was easier and they came up with better answers than you could have?
Yes.
That was pretty eye-opening.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So anything else?
No, it was interesting. I had one person after a how can I help that just went really quiet, and they finally came back very quietly and said, I don't know. And that gave me a good opportunity to say, would you like a suggestion? And then that took us to a different direction.
Powerful right there, right?
So
powerful. That question, how can I help, gets silenced a lot. And powerful. That's brilliant. Great. Thank you. Well, Cindy Trow, Cindy knows me. We do a lot of 3-way calls, and Cindy was on a 3-way call with me. We did a client celebration. And Cindy noticed that I didn't talk so much. and she was waiting for me to chime on in, and I didn't. And I was conscious because I wanted to, of course. And what I got, the goodie I got, was the client was just thought Cindy, you know, everything he said about her, like he got her, he knew her, he felt supported by her, just the right amount of support. He went on and on about how, you know, what she contributed to his success. And the other thing that when I was quiet and just asked the question and then listened, he gave me so many goodies about what he was creating, how he saw himself as a healthy person. I mean, to the point where I got chills, and just, I would have never gotten that had I been telling him about the blood sugar. So just saying. And so Cindy, you want to share your experience?
Well, it was really a beautiful thing because when he said something like, well, I'm really not feeling hungry anymore, I was expecting Susan to, you know, go into a little dialogue about the blood sugars, and she didn't. And she just said, you know, this is what the program does. This is how it works. And again, it was just asking that one question at a time. I mean, a humongous amount of information. And one question that you did ask at the end was, what do you want the next chapter of your life to look like? So that's, you know, similar to what do you want, but you focused in on one specific area, and so much information, really found out what this gentleman was looking for. So asking a question and being quiet is the lesson I really learned this week. I really focused on being quiet. And that's really something I'm working on and not trying to fix. But in the not trying to fix, which is hard for me, the good question is, how can I help? And that takes that fixing thing away from me. And I really like that. And today I asked that question, and she said, well, I really don't need help, because she really knew what she needed to do. So that was good in her response. It wasn't like, you know, it was a good, I don't need help. She knew where she was, and she knew where she wanted to go. I asked that question with another client, and she actually told me what she says, well, what I think I need to, and she went and answered her own, the question herself. And so that was a beautiful piece as well. You're on mute.
Yep, awesome. You know, it's so much easier too. You know, it takes less time, less energy, and you get to hear the goodies. So thank you. That was great. That was awesome. Hey, Terry, did you were on the call last week. Did you know, what about you? And did you experiment with any of the questions?
Yes, I did. I'm glad you asked me, because I was dying to tell you about it.
Can't wait.
And what I did is, Stacy Georges is a coach of mine. You've met Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't able to get on the call last Tuesday night, and she and I had done a 3-way with the client that was having some issues prior to this. Well, then she wanted me to go back on a 3-way with the same client that was still having issues. So after the call Tuesday night, this was Wednesday, I had my little questions in front of me, and I said, Stacy, go watch the replay on this. So she did. And I said, so I want you to be ready, because we're going to ask some questions. And we did. And it was, like Cindy said, it was pretty beautiful to watch this client answer her own questions, and to basically, I mean, we were just giving her freedom just to basically quit program if she wanted to without saying. And she was coming up with this and that and the other. But in the end, she was ready to renew her order and start back all over again or whatever. So it was just like went from, you know, she was ready to just ditch it or had all these excuses, that she went back and kind of really answered her own questions and dug deep. And we asked her the same, like, you know, what's on your mind? And then just well, then she answered. And then, well, what else? And then, it kind of, and like you said, it just kind of, it was organic. I think that's a great word for it. And then ask her the question, what can we do to help you? And she, well, I think that you're doing everything you can. You're having conversation, so she was able to sit, make us look like, we're doing everything we can. And now it's up to ask her what are goals, So yes, asking the questions was perfect. Stacy was blown away because she just figured this client was going to just basically bail on her, and she still may. But the fact of the matter, right then in that moment, those questions really were vital. And then I've worked with other clients and asked those questions. Even today, I asked the client, well, what's on your mind? That sort of stuff. And just, how else can I help you? So again, they've been very, very powerful. And when I forget to ask them, I find I'm talking too much.
Me too.
And not listening.
Me
And
too.
my word for the year for what you had said was to hush. And I'm still a work in progress.
I like that word, hush.
Hush.
Nice word, hush.
Yeah, hush.
I like that.
It's
That is a great story. And when
Yeah.
people have the freedom, when we're not trying to convince them, and when they have the freedom to we let them go, and they hear that they feel like they're being heard,
right.
then they don't have any resistance. They let that resistance down and then move towards what they kind of know they want. And very, very, Terry, that was good.
Thank you.
That was good.
Well,
All right,
good
we're out of time
question.
now. So we will practice. I posted the questions on Team Palace. I will post a little bit more, maybe some information. I'll post this is my sheet. I keep it by by my desk. And but anyway, in the coaching habit, I'll show you. I posted the name of the book if you guys want to get that and kind of play around with it more. But thanks for playing with me, and congratulations. Welcome, Cindy. Congratulations, Beth. Congratulations, April. Thank you guys for inspiring us all. And we'll see you next week. Good night.